So I was talking to a client yesterday, and it made me think I should post something about that. So here's my thought. When I am working with a dog, like my little girl over here, 6 months old, Honey is a golden doodle, and she is sweet as she could be. She's starting to learn basic obedience, and she's doing great because she's brilliant. But the main issue that has been troubling her mom, in addition to just basic manners and obedience, is that when people come over, her excitement goes through the roof and she's constantly bounce, 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 and she can't seem to stop her. She asks people to ignore, which is great. Ignore her, come on into the house. But once they get in and settle down, she jacks back up again. So basically, anytime a face redirects to her, she jacks back up again. So the question was, how do I stop it? So my answer, and what I'm doing with Honey now, is stop focusing on the bad behavior and how to stop the bad behavior, and instead focus on how to give her the good behavior that you want her to perform. So rather than no and off and leave it, not that any of those can't work in certain situations, but when I have a young, really smart, playful puppy, then I can turn the jumping excitement into something that's more productive and polite. The place command is great for this. There are other commands, like I could probably turn and put her in a down stay, and then do other things with her. But the place command gives a dog a job, gives her a whole new activity to focus on while she's still in the presence of humans. So if you don't know, go to my YouTube page, Downward Dog Canine, and you'll see multiple videos of me working with clients, several of which are teaching the place command. But the idea is the dog goes to the place, which in this case is that Corunda bed, and has to stay there within the boundary of the bed. Can sit, lay down, stand, chew on something, eat something, play around, doesn't matter, as long as all fours are on that bed. And that activity, the place activity, becomes its own job. So the dog is focusing, making an effort, and developing impulse control by just executing the project of staying right there on the bed. Can sit and look at people, can, anything. So what I want to do is use and benefit from her playful nature to teach her. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be a drag. And the more fun she has, because she's fun-loving, the better she's going to learn it. So you can see she's dragging a leash right now. That's because I have been working on just teaching her what place means and what break means. Place and then break to release her. So she's got a pretty good understanding of those, enough such that when she gets into place, I don't give her a treat anymore. I phase treats out as quickly as I can, as soon as I think a dog really starts to understand the command. Now, I phased out treats when she goes to place, but as you'll see, when she does the break, treats and celebration, because I like to really emphasize the successful completion of the activity. So, two things you're probably going to see. One, I'm going to get her excited by making a fool of myself. Some folks will say, well, aren't you teaching her to get excited? I don't think so. She already knows how to do that. So all I'm doing is letting her cut loose. I don't think I'm teaching her anything about that. She comes by it naturally. The other thing is that if she exits the place bed prematurely, notice that I do not give her any correction. I do not say the word again. I just lead her back on. The more times that I have to lead her back on and reset her, the more teachable moments we have. So don't feel badly about that. All right, let's go. Honey, get your man. Who's my girl? Who is my girl? She is my girl. She's so good. She is such a good girl. Yes, you are. Are you good? You know you're good. You know you're good. Honey, please. Honey. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good. So now I'm creating something that normally makes her go nuts. She gets off, and I put her back on. No biggie. The reset is the best teachable moment. Fooling around with her leash, I don't care. I don't care. She can do anything she wants to. But the reset is where she really starts figuring out what it is I want from her. But notice that everything with me is energetic and playful, because that's who she is. That's what she really responds to. Break. Oh, it's a good girl. She is a good girl. So, while most house guests aren't going to come in acting like a nut, just their sheer presence makes her feel that way. So, I I let her have her feelings, and then I go, you know what? Take those feelings over here and do that. And she's like, okay. So I am making it fun, playing to her personality and her strengths. She's crazy smart. Making the whole experience joyful. I'm letting her make mistakes because every mistake helps her learn even more deeply. So mistakes are good. Mistakes are good. Okay, so that's the thing. When we have a dog who's got some fairly innocuous, harmless behavior that is terribly annoying, let's not worry so much about correction. Let's think more about, what do I want you to do? And then give them an activity that redirects all that energy in a happy way. Okay, feel free, if you don't know how to teach the place command, just get on YouTube. There are a lot of us who are on YouTube who teach it on video. So, all right, over and out. Have a good day.